What's up, YouTube? Might have been a little dramatic, but you know, why be boring? So today we are repairing stuff. It involves a wire wheel, some sandpaper, and a DA sander. So we could go take a look. As long as the camera guy will follow along, we could take a peek at what we're doing. Oh, watch your step, camera dude. So this is like an 07 Ford van. Got some rust issues going on. So the rest of the truck's super clean. What we're gonna do is take that wire wheel and just kind of come down in here, remove some of this seam sealer. And we actually have some self-leveling seam sealer that will replace it after we epoxy it. So that's enough of the intro. We're just gonna get started on it. Hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to use this guy right here, and this is a 4-inch wire wheel, knotted wire wheel, and these are super gnarly. They dig and they cut and they will grab a hold of you and your gloves and your skin and rip your shirt off. And be safe. Wear your goggles, face shield. Probably should have a shield on this guy anyways, but I don't know where it's at. It's gone. But be safe with it, and this will get away from you. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do it here for a little bit, and then we'll cut to like a montage of us doing things, because this is not exciting. It's very boring. So here we go. There you go. That's all you want. You want it to look like that, nice and clean. We'll come back with a DA with either some 320 or 180 paper on it to see how it cuts. And we're only going to go to about here with our paint. So we will hardline it and just paint this little strip. So we're going to get at it. So we got it all cleaned out. We used that wire wheel to clean down in here really well. Move some of that junk out so you can take a look at it. And you want to make sure when you use a wire wheel and any corrosion that you get as much of that corrosion out of that as you can. So that's what we did here. We pulled back on this factory caulk to make a nice little groove to make sure there was no corrosion underneath of it. And then we went back with a DA with 180 sandpaper and kind of feather that edge to be smooth so you don't see it when we prime it. So we are going to use Tamco's HP 5311, which is a high build primer that actually has rust properties in it. Normally I would use epoxy primer on this just because it really locks down any of that corrosion and adhesive, but we really don't have that much corrosion left. There's none in there, it's all gone. So we ground it all out, and that Tamco is direct metal. Like I said, it's got rust properties in it. So we'll do 2 to 3 good coats on that, just maybe up in here. And then after that's dry, and we sand it, we're gonna come back with this SEM dual mix self-leveling seam sealer, which if you've never used this stuff, it's super neat. It it will self-level in this little groove here. So we're going to flow it from this groove up over to the edge here without it going over the edge. We don't want it to go over the edge. We just want to kind of make sure we encapsulate this little edge here. So, and then that takes, I believe, 15 minutes. All the information's there. 15 minutes to top coat, and we will basically we'll take our color and we'll blend our color out, and we're only going to clear to this line all the way around. Reason being, just because of cost. It's an old van. We don't really need to do the whole roof. Normally that's how you would do it. You blend your color and then clear your whole panel. So we don't really need to do that on this one because the owner of this vehicle is completely fine with that. Save a buck and stop it from rusting. So that's all we got. We're going to keep moving. Thanks. In case you're just joining us, where am I? Oh, there I am. We are trying to clean this little groove out without pulling the windshield. It's got a little bit of corrosion happening, nothing major, but nonetheless, still a huge pain to get down in there. So we're doing our best. Got this thing ready. So now we're going to move on to this really good stuff. This stuff's super neat. I've used it a couple times. Self-leveling seam sealer, we talked about it earlier a little bit. And basically what this does, it self-levels. Self-explanatory, right? You put it down in the crack and it will flow its entire area wherever it's going to flow to and come out nice and smooth. Works really well. This is gray. I think they have it like in a clear, maybe. I might be lying about that, but in case you don't know, SEM puts all their work times right on the front here. So they have their working time, which is 10 minutes, and that is when this stuff is going to kick off because it's two parts. So you have two parts that mix here in the tube, and then they come out the intermix tube together. So you get 10 minutes to work with this stuff before you're in trouble and it doesn't work anymore. It'll get hard and not flow. And then 15 minutes set time and 15 to 30 minutes before you get top coat. So you got to make sure it's really good and dry. All the solvents come out before you put your paint or whatever you're putting on top of it. So first step, as always, you want to get some of this good stuff squirted out. And if you look here, you can see it coming down the tube. You can see it, how it's mixing. There's some black on this side, and then the beige clear on this side. So we'll squirt a little bit out in this junk rag here. And there you go. That's what that stuff looks like. And now we'll go up here. Let me grab an old rag. We'll go up here and we'll start. Let's see, we'll start right down here. Now we got to be careful along this edge here because it will take off and run. I hope you guys can see that, how that's kind of flowing out. So this is the technique I've always used. I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong. It works for me, it might not work for you. We'll make sure you put enough in. We want to make sure that that groove that we cut earlier gets completely covered. Okay. Let's see, you can use some more over here. I'm sure somebody's going to chastise me for my technique here, but you don't really care what they think. I don't know if that's a bad attitude or not. Everybody has a different way of doing this stuff. Let that dry up. We'll move a little. You can see down here, I don't know if you've been paying attention, how it does flow out. We're not really after perfection. We just want to make sure that it's completely covered. I think we're getting her pretty good. So I think we're going to carry on here, and next time you see this, we're going to be going to paint. And this job will be almost complete. Hang loose, guys. Hey guys, it's the very next day and this thing is painted. We didn't get any footage of the paint because we don't have anything to cover all our equipment up with, and it's kind of nasty, it goes everywhere. We don't want to ruin our camera stuff. So, sorry about that. We'll get you on the next one, promise. But this thing came out great. I'm going to get her unmasked, get it out the door. Customer's going to come grab it tonight. Came out wonderful. I really hope that this was very informative. Informative? Is that a word? It's going to be a word now. Doesn't matter. Hope you enjoyed it. How's that? Even if you didn't, that's great too. We'll work harder. We love the haters around here. So, like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.